on by K's first team coach Mark Hams after this afternoon's 3-2 win at Horsham. Mark, was that a smash and grab victory, do you think, or did we deserve 3 points?
You haven't got me that clever to know that it was a smash and grab. It's 2 games in a row, really. But yeah, I mean, how many times have we played well and not win games? You've just got to take it. You just got to get back on the coach, go away, and just accept you won the game and maybe not deserved it. But it's 3 points and we're still unbeaten after 4 games. Just look at this time last season. After 4 games, we was well in trouble.
But the spirit must impress you. Having been 2-1 down, getting back to 2-2, particularly not playing particularly well, we could have just settled for the draw, couldn't we?
No, that's right. There is a spirit, and a lot of the players were playing with injuries. I mean, Lodgy rolled his ankle in the warm-up. Grazy's got an ongoing heel problem. Silver's taken one in the spuds during the game, so they're getting through games with injuries and limping through. And we are showing a resilience. We are showing a resilience. I've seen probably about 6 or 7 teams now in this division, including us, and there's some good sides and some good strong sides. But you do need that ingredient of that pure determination not to get beat, and we've got it at the moment. We sort of recognise that after 4 games, but you can't win every game. You can't get through every game just on that.
We signed Rob Tolfi from Horsham. How much do you think they wish he was still their goalkeeper? What a calamity for our winning goal.
Yeah, they're well, I won't go into it too much, but one of their staff did mention that. I'm pleased with Tolf because he beats himself up more than anybody when he doesn't play so well. So I said to him today, make sure you enjoy what you did the other day on Saturday, because, like I say, he's the first to hammer himself, but he doesn't take too much praise. Yeah, they'll probably miss him here, but he's ours, so it's tough.
Should their keeper have been on the pitch at that time when he brought down Carlos and Dennis, do you think?
I'm not so sure. My quick answer to that would be yes. I did think that there was someone covering round. Had I seen him from another angle, I might have a different opinion, but I thought there was going to be time for someone to cover round.
And what about the Dean Lodge incident when he was brought down? Again, was there people covering, do you think?
Yeah, I think there was people too close to call it as a definite red. I wouldn't like to have made the decision, but if I was put on the spot, I wouldn't have sent them off.
How disappointed were you as the management team with the defending today that led to both the Horsham goals?
Awful at times. I mean, no one recognises that more than Dowse, having played left back for his whole career. He'll spot the defensive problems straight away, and he's always making the point that it is a Kingstonian problem. We've got to score 5 goals to win a game. It's just something we've got to deal with. It gives us something to go away and work on, and if it means getting new bodies in and putting pressure on players, then so be it. It's just the way it's got to be.
And you obviously worked very hard on the training ground for your routines and everything. What's Dean Lodge been teaching Carlos and Dennis on the training ground about winning penalties? You won 2 today.
Yeah, I mean, but what we said at half time was, listen, you're not. I watched these last week at Sutton, and I said you're not going to beat these boys in the air. If you want to get the ball in behind them, you've got a chance. Now, the problem we had in the first half with that sort of strategy was that we had the wind against us, which was quite strong, and it was never going to work. It might have had a better chance of working second half, but I said to him at half time, don't be obsessed with whacking the ball in behind them every time, because you're just not going to win game. You're not going to win the game just by doing that, using that as a tactic. I said to him, get in areas in and around the edge of the box and keep the ball moving and try things, be clever, and you might get free kicks, you might get penalties, and second half we get 2 penalties.
You started with 2 up front today for the first time this season. Is that in part down to Carl's performance on Saturday after coming off the bench?
Yeah, the one thing that Dowse always says is get yourself in the side and get yourself dropped, or rather don't get yourself dropped, which he's done. You can't leave him out after coming on and doing that and showing an excellent attitude. I would say that I feel through the core of the park, of the side, I thought we looked a little bit weaker without having 3 in the middle, and again that's something we've got to go away and think about and address. And do we shuffle this around, or do we get people in, people out, etc.? But that's the job we're employed to do.
What about the 2 fullbacks as well? They were getting forward well today, particularly Tom Bird. I thought he had a great game today.
Sorry, was that forwards or fullbacks?
Fullbacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's done well. I mean, let's be honest. One thing that's held us in good stead so far is that our fullbacks want to play as defenders. It's something that I'm a big fan of. There's a lot of complication in the game these days where people are saying, go on, get your fullbacks on, and you find the right back crossing to the left back. Well, that's fine if you've got the best players in the world and you're able to work with them day in, day out. You can get your strategies and your tactics right. But if you've got a back 4, let's make our priority to stop the other team scoring goals and pride yourself on it. I mean, like I said, Dowse played as a left back all his career, and if he played a game and conceded a goal, he wouldn't be able to sleep for a couple of nights, and he'd punish himself by going on a 10-mile run or something the next morning. So yes, it is good. And I've said to the fullbacks, I'm not stupid. I know that there's going to be times in games when we do need to get you on, and we will employ you to win the game for us. But let's stop the other team scoring goals first.
Is that your priority now on the training ground? We've had one clean sheet so far this season, despite the victories and the performances. We've only had one clean sheet.
Yeah, that's right, and it's something we've got to address. And like I say, going back a couple of minutes, if we've got to get new people in to do it, or if we've got to earn our corn first and foremost by trying to help and teach these lads how to eradicate goals going in our end. But we'll always score them. We've just got to score 5 to win a game.
Thanks very much.
Nice one, Type. Thanks, mate.